messaged a girl that I was so mean to in elementary school. I messaged her and said, I'm so sorry for the way I acted. It was just that's not who I am now. And she said, oh my God, thank you so much. Like, that is so nice of you. So people change. I know I was really young. I'm talking, 12, 8 to 12 years old. Not a nice person.
I wasn't an angel either, but you know what? You live and you learn. And my thing is, what you say, and obviously James Gunn was an adolescent when he said these things. But, maybe that picture was that picture that's coming out, all this stuff about him. And some of these other, sports players and everything. And maybe even other, like, future actors or actresses that say these crazy things on social media. You don't know some of these things in your adolescence. You're 16, you're 17, you're 18. What do you know about the world? Maybe I'm just, I'm old I have a mind older than my age, so I see some of these things. But some of these kids, they're not, they see social media as, I'm just having fun, whatever. It's a game,
It's not a game.
They don't understand that, you can't say some of these things. You can't do the things that you do. A lot of us, we regret a lot of things that we've done in the past. I'm sure Justin does, which you said, and you even texted. I'm sure Dom probably now, after all this is like saying to himself, man, I did a lot of bad things. You should live and learn. Get over it. You say what you say, and that's it. You can't harp on it. If you say something that's wrong, you apologize. I said it was wrong. It was offensive, and I want to work to move past it.
Yeah, I mean,
and obviously James Gunn, by the signatures and by the entire consensus of the Guardians cast, has moved past the things that he said, and he doesn't truly believe in any of that stuff. So for me, I think it's honestly a non-issue. And it's being blown up to this huge thing, and I just think it's a non-issue. I get it's a big thing to talk about, and we have to talk about it. But it's a non-issue,
Non-issue right now.
We'd be upset with what he said, but we get over it. We just move on.
Move on to the next thing.
He doesn't say it anymore.
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to move on to the next thing, but we're going to take a little break.
Yes.
And one more quick thing. Yeah, me not being a fan of this, I don't want to see back to the Disney thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, I want to see the X-Men. I want to see the Fantastic Four brought to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I don't want to see Alien and Predator. I don't want to see, Family Guy and Always Sunny and Planet of the Apes. I don't want to see them owned by Disney. I like the variety. I like different things by different companies. Everything can't be owned by one company.
As long as they're allowed to continue to do what they do, I'm fine with it. As long as Family Guy continue to make jokes about Disney, I want to see Family Guy come back from a commercial break one day with the Disney Channel thing what they used to do with the ears, making fun of it. I would love to see that. I think that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. If
plenty of opportunity.
If they're allowed to keep on doing their own thing, I'm all for it. But they're not going to. It's under Disney's law now.
Let's see what happens. Disney, they own a lot. They own a lot of things. Before Fox, they've owned a lot of things, and they put a lot of stuff out there. I'm sure we can find movies that are rated R and such that they've produced and they've let do.
Well, they had different affiliates kind of deal with it.
Well, that's what I'm saying, or subsidiary companies, that they own, but they don't directly produce or anything. So maybe Fox just becomes another subsidiary. All right, we own them. We'll let them do what they do. We'll fund them, but we won't directly say this is a Walt Disney production.
Yeah,
this is a Fox production with the funding of the Walt Disney Company in a small fine print somewhere in the credits that you can never find.
The only thing I could really equate this to is, and I just listened to a great podcast on it, was the invasion of WCW into the WWF. It was two rival wrestling companies, and then the WWF, WWE bought WCW, and they really botched that invasion of the rival company coming in. I don't want to see Disney botch, bringing X-Men in. This is it.
Well,
this is big.
X-Men, they've been. I feel like they've been botched for a while now.
Some of their stuff. Logan was phenomenal.
But
Days of Future Past and First Class were really good. I think the Apocalypse film was garbage.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hit or miss for me. I just think the right people need to be brought in. I think, if anyone, I think you got to bring Joss Whedon back. You got to bring.
He's all right.
Yeah, but you know what? I think he's a solid pick. Or maybe even have the Russo brothers, instead of direct, just be in charge of the whole thing.
Yeah, I like what they've been doing.
Have them write for it. I think them writing they've been doing a great job. Maybe and maybe as a director, you play around with some people, but I think you should go with people who are solid, people who you can smooth it over, and once you've smoothed it over, then you bring in other people. I think you should stick with your guns, stick with old reliable.
Yeah, and we'll see. If they recast these characters, are you going to keep the James McAvoy and
I think
Michael
those guys
Fassbender?
are young enough to do it.
They are, but I don't know if they want to do it for the next 10 years or so, or if Disney wants to put their own spin on it, kind of like what Vince McMahon did with the WCW.
Now,
characters.
let me ask you a question. What do you want in this? And I guess we can leave it on this. Who plays Logan? Do you try to get Hugh Jackman to come back for like a one-off, just to say he was in the MCU for a short time with maybe like the Tony Starks and everything?
Yeah.
You bring him in for one movie, say, all right, we brought them all together, and then you have someone else recast as Logan? Or would you just like to see from the start a different Wolverine?
It's tough.
I am very torn on it.
Yeah,
honestly. But if we're thinking long term, as far as making sense, I think you have to go with a brand new Wolverine.
What I would do, and this is very drastic, and I don't think they will do this because they have so much invested in it. I would have the Marvel Cinematic Universe have a complete reset after this Avengers film.
Really?
And, cast all different new actors. It's never going to happen, but this would just be my fantasy. Cast different actors to play the roles, tell different stories, and, introduce new characters like that. So have the X-Men introduced in a different way, with different actors playing and someone else playing Wolverine, which is blasphemous, but it has to be done because, he's not immortal.
Yeah, he won't go on forever.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Nerd Fun on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Star Wars news coming up. Big
Star
stuff.
Wars, we got Ninja Turtles. I saw some movies this week. I definitely want to talk about that, and then some other movie news and cartoon news as well. But let's go to the messages. Let's see what is WHPC got going on these days.
Hi, I'm Rob Leonard, host of Beatles Songs for the past 24 years right here on WHPC. Beatles Songs airs every Friday from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., playing the music of the Beatles together, apart, along with Beatle cover songs and songs the Beatles covered, along with songs the Beatle either guested on and or produced. And of course, we provide Beatle news. It's not the same show where they play the same 10 songs. So join me every Friday for Beatles Songs, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. on 90.3 WHPC, the voice of Nassau Community College, streaming at ncc.edu/WHPC.
If there are no rainbows left, how can...
The show is so boring. I wish there was something that taught us, but made it fun. Rockin' Randy!
That's right, kids, it's me, Rockin' Randy, and do I have something right up your alley? It's American Hit Radio with the coolest couple in broadcasting, Tom Ryan and Heidi Morales Ryan.
But what is American Hit Radio?
Shut up! And let me tell you, American Hit Radio plays music from all different genres while giving you the background and information that you need to rock out.
That sounds fun.
It is, Billy. It sure is.
My name's Gary.
American Hit Radio every Wednesday and Friday at 5 p.m. on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
The Breakfast Club.
Don't you forget about me.
Head and Shoulders and Golden Girls. The Terminator. I'll be back. To Ferris Bueller. Take a trip back to the future.
That's the power of love.
Ron Stevens. Saturday afternoons at 2 for 2 totally awesome hours of the decade of Madonna, Michael Jackson, and Whitney. Essential 80s. On the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Imagine, if you will, the following gruesome scenario. I should note that it contains intense scenes that may disturb sensitive viewers. Deal with it!
Hey, this is Lucy Pohl. Follow me on Twitter, Lucy Pohl Comedy, and Instagram, We Love Lucy. And you're listening to Nerdvana.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wrong show. That's coming up at 4 o'clock. We're talking pro wrestling. But right now, we're still talking nerdy stuff on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC, Nerdvana. And we're giving away tickets, right?
Yes, we are. We are giving away tickets. So call in right now to win 2 tickets to the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo 2018, coming to the Cradle of Aviation Museum in Garden City on August 11th and 12th. Play retro favorites, browse gaming vendors, participate in panel discussions, listen to live music performances, bring your best cosplay, and more. For more information can be found online at liretro.com. That's liretro.com. Calling right now. Pair of tickets on the line. On the line. Literally on the line.
What's the number?
All you gotta call is 516-572-7440. Get these tickets right now. Me and Justin and Colton will be there.
I'm going to be there.
Colton will be returning to us back in action next week. He's on special assignment.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
all right. Since we just mentioned some video games, you play any games recently?
Playing a lot of games. My time is
playing games with my heart.
I've been very busy with work and everything. So I've been trying to cram in as much as I can.
Ooh, what are you cramming in?
I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild again. I've been binging on that, Lionel farming and trying to beat it on master mode, which is not easy, but it's definitely a fun challenge. I actually been playing a little bit of No Man's Sky, that old relic. They've been updating it, and I have to give credit to the guys who are developing that game. That game was awful on launch. It was the first game I ever asked for a refund for on Steam. Recently, they have it on half off sale. I don't know if it's still going on for the recent update. And they've come a very, very, very long way from what it originally was. It is still, it's still an okay-ish game, but it's a lot more fun than it was. It used to just be awful, just grinding and just disgusting.
Yeah.
But now it's actually got, a lot of fun elements to the game, which I think are a lot of fun. So there's definitely the potential to have fun. They're going to continue.
Say fun again.
Fun. Fun, 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 fun.
Fun, 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 till her daddy takes the T-bird away.
Okay, I'm not doing that. What's it called? The game is definitely a good time right now. If you have friends, and you get out there and just explore, have some satisfactory enjoyment. I'm gonna try to say
You're really
every
trying
word,
not
but
to say
it's fun. Another game I've been playing too is a game called Raft.
What is this about?
This is a great game. So basically, like Minecraft and like all these games, it's like, you build and you survive. This game is that you got into like whatever you want. You can say a plane crash, a shipwreck, and you're on a raft. And you have to survive. So you have to, there's a huge, like underwater, like there's sharks and everything, and there's food you got to account for, and you got to find islands that you can, scavenge that have, like, animals on it. You got to survive on this raft. And some rafts are, like, elaborate fortresses that are, like, battleships almost. There are some that are just, flat with just stuff on them. Some people don't even build more than what they need. They just find an island and hang out there. But, there's all these different factors, and the game it's a really interesting survival game. You have very limited space and very limited time to actually, start the game. And if you don't do things the right way, you basically have to restart from nothing, which is very interesting to me. And I like the fact they don't curb it to like people who are, who suck. So you learn to get better, or you're not going to enjoy the game. So it's a good, challenging game, and I very much enjoy it.
Would you say it's fun?
I would say it is on the enjoyment factor. It is pretty good.
Okay, I actually just bought a game for the Switch.
You bought a video game?
Yeah, it's the first game I've bought in so long. I haven't turned on my Switch since Christmas Day, and I still haven't. I didn't play the game yet.
I told you should have bought that game. Should have bought that game Celeste. It's a great
Celeste.
It's a great side-scrolling game.
I remember. Yeah, I do.
Oh, you know what? I've also got another game called Enter the Gundam, which is also a really good. It's a top-down game. I mean, it's like Sunset. What was the game? Sunset Overdrive was the name of the game?
I don't know.
It was like a top-down where like beat 'em up. This game is all about guns, and it's actually a brilliant game.
What's it on?
The Switch is on PC. I don't know if it's on Xbox or PS4.
Have you played the game Cave Story?